What's up, guys? It's Craig B. coming at you from rotoheat.com. Today we're breaking down a controversial running back, Mr. Leonard Fournette from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Current ADP of 29, 14th running back off the board in full-point PPR leagues. And I think that's probably about right. Fournette, man, his career has been rough so far, right? Couple injuries really slowed him down. Bad attitude. You know that old man Coughlin, he is not going to put up with that. I got to tell you, though, the injuries don't worry me this year. I think in fantasy, you got to be injury agnostic, right? I don't think that we can predict when they're coming. So I ignore them. Jacksonville was bad last year, right? The running back from Jacksonville was bad too. And I think that was a result of the team being bad. I mean, come on, by the end of the year, the last few games, 4 of their 5 starters on the offensive line were out. They weren't even playing. You can't expect to have success like that. The O-line's not bad when they're healthy, right? I mean, they're not great, but they're not bad. Pro Football Focus has them ranked higher than the Vikings, than Seattle, than Atlanta. We're all high on running backs from those teams, right? Everyone loves Dalvin Cook. Give me all those Chris Carson, Rashad Penny shares. Devonta Freeman? Yes, please. And the Jacksonville Jaguars O-line is better than all of them. Let's not forget a significant offseason upgrade. Quarterback, right? Nick Foles. Sunshine out of U of A back in the day. He's not great by any stretch of the imagination. Don't get me wrong. But he's better than Bortles. Way better than Blake Bortles. And he has already talked about himself. He likes to utilize the running backs, right? We saw that in his Super Bowl run. We saw that in his games played last year. Quarterbacks like Foles that aren't particularly physically gifted and don't like to stretch the field that much, they love to utilize their running backs. Now, Fournette has only had 58 catches in his whole career as a pro. But just because he hasn't had a lot doesn't mean that he can't catch the ball. It just means he was in a dysfunctional offense with a bad quarterback. So Foles is going to step right in, make him a little better. The offensive line is going to be better. That makes Fournette better. Fournette also swallowed his pride and humbled himself with the front office, right? That's a hard thing to do. But he did it. Now him and Coughlin are on the same page. Let's not forget, TJ Yeldon talking about passing out of the backfield. He gone. So there's nobody there to compete with Fournette for those grabs. He's a former first-round pick. And I guarantee you the Jaguars are going to give him every single opportunity to prove he was worth that capital. They need to. This is a team that not that long ago was contending for a Super Bowl. Last year, it was down year's blip, in my opinion. Now, I don't think the Jaguars are a great team. I don't even think they're a playoff team. But I do think Leonard Fournette is a Pro Bowl-type talent. And I think that, in round 3, you could do a lot worse than to grab a guy like that. So, come draft day, assuming, we haven't lost a bunch of other players on other teams and Fournette doesn't skyrocket up the board, I think at ADP 29, he's right where he should be. And I think he'd be a decent enough value on your team. All right, guys, thanks for hanging with me while we broke down Leonard Fournette. Don't forget to subscribe up here and press that little notification bell so you can hear me and my fellow teammates at rotoheat.com break down more of these players. Check out those breakdowns over here. And don't forget to visit rotoheat.com, your source for the best fantasy football content on the internet.